You've heard it 1,000 times. You'll never build real wealth from working a 9 to 5. But in 2026, believing that might be the fastest way to go broke. If you're new here, me and my brother are both qualified accountants with over a decade's worth of experience in the finance industry. For many years, people were told the only way to get wealthy was to quit your job and start a business. Be your own boss, hustle harder, scale something and sell it. And look, it sounds exciting, but in 2026, many people are realizing that that path is far less reliable than social media makes it look. Exactly that, because when you actually look at the numbers, it's not as glamorous as it's being sold. Around 60% of new businesses fail before year 5. And according to Glassdoor, the average business owner in the UK earns around £39,000 per year. And that's often without employee benefits, pension, sick pay, or even stability. So, for most people, what's being marketed as this shortcut to wealth is actually a pretty big gamble. And that's why staying in the job can actually be a massive advantage. Stable income gives you predictability, employee benefits, pensions, and time. All very powerful tools when used correctly. The real shift in 2026 is people stopping the chase for something flashy and instead using steady employment to build wealth quietly, consistently, and with far less risk. If you're finding this helpful so far, then don't miss out on what's next. Hit the like and subscribe button for more practical money advice every week. The issue with that is I feel like I don't earn enough at my job. So how am I supposed to invest and build wealth? Let's answer this with a real life example. Someone you might have heard of, a man called Ronald Reed. Ronald was a gas station attendant and a janitor. He lived a very quiet, frugal life. No flashy lifestyle, no high income, no business empire. He simply bought and held stocks over many decades. When he passed away in 2014 at the age of 92, people were shocked to discover he built a net worth of over $8 million, most of which he donated to charity. And on the flip side, all you have to do is search on Google biggest lottery winners who lost everything, and you'll see people who earned millions and still ended up broke. And the reason we use these two examples is simple. Once you earn over a certain level, income is rarely the thing holding you back from building wealth. I'll say that again. Income is rarely the thing holding you back. It's your behaviour, your spending, and how you actually think about money. Let's make this practical. Person A earns 45k a year. They live outside London, commute a bit further, have a mortgage but no other debt. They max out their pension and take one modest holiday per year. Person B earns 120k a year. They live in London for convenience, drive a car on finance, use credit cards for most spending, and feel the need to take 2 or 3 holidays a year. Just by living in London alone, person B has probably wiped out most of the income difference before we even factor in the car and lifestyle choices. And this isn't hypothetical. A recent study showed that 40% of Americans earning $300,000 or more are still living paycheck to paycheck. This tells me there isn't an earning problem. There is a spending and mindset problem. Think about it like this. If you gave someone £100 to manage and they managed it badly, how do you think they'd manage 100 grand? This is why saying I'll start saving and investing when I earn more almost never works. Wealth isn't built by earning more first. It's built by learning to manage what you already earn. And no, we're not saying you need to live like Ronald Reed, but you do need to manage what you're spending and be realistic on what you can actually afford, while still leaving room to save and invest for the future. Okay, so practically, how are you planning to invest and build wealth going into 2026? Yes, I'm happy to share, but just to be clear, this is not financial advice, this is just what I personally do. For me, the core of my strategy is consistency. I'm continuing to invest in a low-cost S&P 500 ETF on an accumulation basis, so any of my dividends are automatically reinvested. My goal there is £650 per month. Alongside that, I'm also investing £200 a month into the FTSE 100 index fund, again using an accumulation version. I'm also looking at some emergent markets to invest in those throughout the year to give myself some better diversity within my portfolio. And I think this part's important. If you're listening to that thinking there's no way I can afford that amount, then don't let that put you off. Even £50 a month can turn into far more than you expect over time. The habit is far more important than the amount you're putting in at the start. Well, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.